Absolutely. Welcome, Mike. Welcome, Guru Masters. Welcome, ReWired Champions. Welcome to the world. And I hope, if nothing else, James and I have been an example to you of ReWired for Success and Guruville, which is doing whatever it takes.
Yes.
We were attempting for the last 60 minutes to get on Facebook Live in an interview format. You may have seen somebody live, but how many of you done interview format? And they were hearing me and not Jane. At any rate, we don't need to give you the details. Invitation number one is do whatever it takes. And invitation number two is enjoy it while it's not working out.
Yeah, just hang in there, right?
Absolutely. I've got a few more actually insights just from this lesson. Do you have any, James? I'm happy to add a few more or happy to tag team with you.
Well, I think what's, hey, am I hearable or no? Oh, it's only me on the screen. Are you there, Heather? Can you hear me?
Yeah, definitely. I see you. I see Mike Pickett in, and I know others will be hopping in, Rolla, Jordan, others who are watching live, and everyone who will be able to watch this. So I can just add that, you know the expression, a third lesson for here to give to you, a success nugget is, you've heard the expression, it takes a whole village to raise a child. Well, it takes a whole tech team to go Facebook Live or whatever you're doing in your business. So know that you're not going to do it alone. And we're already getting a chat from Mike. Nothing but love. This is good stuff.
Thanks, man.
Nothing but love for my mentor and dear friend, James. Beautiful, Mike. Thrilled to have you in the room. And we want to be models. This is transparency.
Yep.
I think the fourth lesson, before we even get into what we were going to share, because this is what's meant to be shared, is that as we get into this conversation of 5 or 500 ways to double your sales, one of them is that technology is constantly changing, and that technology is the engine behind marketing strategies that are constantly changing. And so you may think you've mastered the marketing strategy to sell. For instance, I've spent tens of thousands and plane travels. God bless. Welcome, Liz. God bless Jeff Walker with Product Launch Formula. Yeah. And I'm in the middle of a launch right now. And I am doing whatever it takes. And yet that technology, that marketing strategy may be passé. And this week, in the last 10 days, I've been invited to do 4 Facebook Lives. I've never done them before. There was technology problems with all of them.
Oh, wow.
And yet maybe this is one of the next marketing strategies. So the fourth gift I can give you right off the bat in this transparent learning is that we need to stay flexible, really. I mean, not just conceptually, flexible to the optimal new marketing strategies, flexible to learning them, and interdependent, not dependent, but interdependent with our technology and our marketing and our admin support teams to have them help us do this. So those are 4 golden nuggets on ways to double your sales, your lead generation in your business just from this 60 minutes, let alone the last 6 days of trying to figure this out, this marketing strategy. So over to you, James.
Thank you. Well, I think what's startling is that, you know, when you're brave enough to do this, to say, let's venture into new technology, what we're doing is we're what some would call the bleeding edge of technology, to say, look, I care too much about this message and I care too much about these people to not put myself in quote unquote danger zone. And it just shows, you know, how important this message is to us. So I actually have some really, to me, really, I really wanted to ask you some questions about sales and how people can move their businesses forward. So if it's okay with you, I know you started, I was playing with technology, so I was distracted, but I really wanted to really draw some genius out of you. I know you have it. I know you're in the middle of a launch. But let me ask you this, if you may, I just want to ask you
You may, and another spontaneous gem. I heard two words at the same time, that we are on the bleeding edge or we're on the believing edge.
Oh, I like the believing edge.
And they're both true. So I just wanted to let you know that I heard double. And welcome to Liz again. Great, go for it. Yes, please do draw out the golden nuggets I want to share. And I've also got a few visuals that may support our training today.
Oh, beautiful. So let's definitely make the most of that. I was trying to, while I was chatting with you, see if I could grab the link from the previous thing and post it on my Facebook so people could join us. But Lisa, thank you so much for joining us. I'm so happy to see you. Thank you, Mike. And Lisa's joining us from Johannesburg, South Africa. And
wow.
Lisa, thank you for your patience with me. We haven't been doing a lot of live. We've been on stage and around the clock lately. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And hopefully you will fall in love with Heather. Heather is, she has very unique strengths as it relates to selling, sales, and helping others make informed decisions in their own best interest, how to really rewire your business and your career for success. And so that's why I asked Heather if we could do this and just kind of have a free environment where folks could learn far more about who Heather is, what she does. And I love to expose great gurus to my network. So thank you, everyone, for joining us. People are coming in now. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Rick. Thank you, of course, Lisa.
Welcome, Maria, Rick.
Maria. So I want to start, if you don't mind. Heather, you have worked with a lot of successful people and helped them become more successful. You've worked with a lot of people who weren't being successful and helped them become successful. So my question for you is, what would you say is the main need, the main challenge people have that you're able to just speak into and have a positive effect on? What would you say is the main thing that is your love to help people with?
The main thing that they're challenged with, or the main
just
thing?
Love to help with.
It's both. The main thing they're challenged with is what I love to help with.
Yeah.
And if I may offer two things, because I really see the world in a yin-yang. I really see the world from what I call the inner game and the outer game.
Yes.
I really work with entrepreneurs in what I call the dual approach to business. And so I've rarely met an entrepreneur that doesn't have a challenge on their outer game, say lead generation or sales conversion, and doesn't have a challenge on their inner game, the rats in their head, the monkey mind, the I'm not enough, I don't value myself, yada, yada. And so I feel I would be a fool not to address both simultaneously. I've had people support me in one, but not the other. It's been half helpful, and I've used it. I've had people support me on the inner game without the outer game. It's been helpful. But I have chosen to truly twin those together always when I work with entrepreneurs. So for example, I might ask a fresh entrepreneur, or let's say I talk to 5 entrepreneurs that are started the same business on the same day, selling the same thing. And I individually ask them what I call, what is your goal, i.e. what's your goal, what you're shooting for, the gap, what's the gap that you're trying to bridge, and the gold that would fill that gap. Goal, gap, and gold. If somebody wants to write that in the chat box and help us out, that'd be great. So I would ask 5 entrepreneurs, same business, same start, same product, the same question. They may say the same outer game goal, let's say 100 grand this year. Yet when I hear how they speak about that goal, thank you, Liz, how they speak about the goal and how all the phones are ringing, how they speak about the goal and how they speak about the challenge of selling, all 5 entrepreneurs will reveal to me different inner game going on, different challenges. So I will address their outer game challenge, which might be changing their sales scripting. It might be an outer game challenge that is, they think about their business a lot, so they think they're in business, but when they look at how many people they're actually talking to, it might be 1 a week or 1 a month. And so they actually don't have a track to win on, they have a track to spin on. So I will coach them on their outer game, and then on their inner game of either it's they don't feel they're worth enough, or their price point. So you get the idea. So I'm basically, the headline answer to summarize is that there's usually one top outer game thing that's getting in the way, often not enough frequency of contact to prospects, not the only one. And there's often an inner game primary that's running it, and often, but not always, that has something to do with worth or relationship to money. And then we custom design solutions for those specific challenges. Big answer. I'm going to pause and see if there was Velcro, if there was connection there with that answer.
So yes, feel free, Lisa and Mike, if you have questions, feedback for Heather. I'm going to speak openly and freely, if you don't mind, on the topic. I personally, I don't have the same balance that you have when I work with people on selling. I think virtually 100% of the problem is the inner game. And the reason why I believe that is people who are right here find a way. Like, maybe your scripts, quote unquote, suck. Maybe your Facebook posts don't do it. Maybe the packaging is not right, the branding, maybe the pricing is off. But if you believe it's like telling people the building's on fire, you don't need training for that. You just frickin' find a way. You just grab people by the throat. You do whatever it takes because it matters, because you're compelled, because it's selfless, because it's gotta happen. And so my emphasis, right? Emphasis, my emphasis on the syllable. Yeah, my emphasis on the syllable is always go inside. People say, can you help me with your script? I'm like, forget script. You'll figure out script. Why, what, do you care? Are you going to push through? Does it matter? Do they need it? And I constantly go back to that. That's my tendency. Now, of course, I'm a communications trainer, communications coach, consultant trainer, and I help people, with difficult conversations, persuade. But I don't spend a lot of time on scripting. I think you've got incredible strengths on that. They've got it right, but other people aren't getting what they've got. And I don't spend as much time on that. I say, if you've got it right, you'll figure it out. And with you, it seems you do both. You say, okay, let's make sure this is right, and then let's make sure that it translates into the head and into the heart of those that you seek to serve, and you help them get it from here to there, where I just have more of a compulsion to say, you'll figure it out. Just get it here and act accordingly. And so that's what excites me about the work that you do, that you help people get what's inside of them into the hearts and minds of the people they seek to serve. Am I understanding it accurately?
One, absolutely. And two, I love the seeming creative tension that you and I are creating. And I want to sort of align or reconcile that for listeners. So it seems that I presented a potential 50-50 of improve your inner game, absolutely, and improve your outer game.
Yes.
And then it seemed that James would say 100-0, nail your inner game and your outer game will take care of itself. And they're both great proposals or theory or presentations. And in some ways, I would agree with both in that we started ReWired Worldwide with ReWired for Happiness. We built a 30-day breakthrough system to change the inner game first. Because I had a dude rack up a 6-figure debt in my name, and it almost took me out. Not just the 6-figure debt, but the bullying and the waking up in the middle of the night with anxiety attacks. I don't say this lightly. I don't say it to be dramatic.
Yeah.
I was breaking down in the shower. I was trying to stop the credit cards and the laptops, the credit cards on the laptop, the visas, the bank accounts. It was scary in my old wiring. And so I literally committed to a 30-day breakthrough, and I didn't know how to do it. And I asked the universe for a breakthrough buddy, and I was the first guinea pig. And we created a draft 30-day breakthrough to take me from 95% plastered on the ceiling to down to 85% mentally and emotionally hijacked to 70%, to the point where I could shut down the bank accounts and the credit cards. And in 30 days, 30 days was I got relaxed enough. 60 days I shut down the business. 90 days, this breakthrough buddy and I had launched the next company, which originally was Operation Feel Good. And it was that 30-day breakthrough system that turned into ReWired for Happiness. Mm-hmm. So I agree with you that ultimately the inner game is absolutely primary. It's in my fiber, and it's what I'm committed to work with entrepreneurs for sure. Mm-hmm. And oh, by the way, I've also increased entrepreneurs' sales in their clarity of their the result they produce for their client. Mm-hmm. For example, one client, I asked her, I started with her privately, and she said, I asked her, what results do you produce for your clients? And she said, I help executives make decisions. And I said, with all candor, if I was an executive, I'd think, I already make decisions. Why do I need you? Mm-hmm. So that was her old client result. Her new one, when I interviewed her clients, was I find and make millions of dollars for executives and position them in the marketplace. And she now has $4.5 million worth of testimonials to prove it. So we changed her statement of her client result, but from the inside out, and now she owns it. Yeah. So do I only do inner game? No. But do I agree with you that it is the primary game to win? And then, oh, by the way, the outer game strategies will come, and we support you in that? Yes.
Beautiful. Yeah, I had a situation recently where I was helping someone, and it was so inner. It was so completely inner game. Yes, thanks, Mike.
Great, Mike.
It was so inner. It was actually.
People don't see it on the video. Just reading one of the comments. The inner game needs to be there before you can do the outer game effectively. From a place of inner strength is where your best work comes from Mike. Thank you for that. I was just, in case it doesn't get captured on the video.
Yeah.
Tag team to you, James.
Thank you. Yeah, super, Mike. I couldn't agree more. And so it's having that inner game working. And I was recently working with someone that it was hard to figure out where the problem was, quite frankly. And it seemed to turn out to be some kind of a discomfort, some childhood, who knows where it came from, a discomfort. And I think this is far more common, or something like this is far more common, a discomfort with getting paid. That there was some question of the morality of earning money. So, and this is a powerful person with powerful training, powerful licenses, power, and so on, but they're just frozen for some reason that didn't make much sense. And so I started with, well, why don't you just earn money in the most annoying way until you allow yourself to earn money in the way you're supposed to? And they said, what do you mean? I said, why don't you just walk down the street and offer to sweep people's driveways for $10? And this is a powerful, smart person. And they said, well, I could do that. I said, go do it. And they came back and they said, I did it. And I said, what do you think now? She says, I think I should make more money. I said, yeah, I think so too. I said, you felt that was moral? Yes, that was moral. So you felt you did something worth it? Yes. And you got paid? Yes. And that was good? Yes. Okay. Do you want to move up from sweeping driveways now? And they had to unlock this comfort of, wait, this is a moral, ethical thing, until they're like, don't even show me a driveway. I'm going to kill somebody. Because they finally realized, why am I doing this thing? And I don't want to be rude if someone has a career sweeping driveways, but for her, it was not her calling. And she's like, that is unacceptable for me. Now the pain of having to sweep driveways, if she's not willing to sell what she really does, has now outstrengthened the discomfort with going through the sales process. And all of a sudden, there's an awakening. And so it's amazing to me what that inner game is. And I love the fact that, when you recrafted that vision, from your client that says, I help executives make decisions. Well, if you're an executive, you make decisions. That's not new, right? That's not new. And for you to be able to just capture from the hearts and the minds of her clientele, I help make and generate $1 million, breakthroughs and successes, and it's like, finally, there's a value proposition. There's something that makes sense. Of course, that was in her heart. It was a matter of communicating that to her client and with where they're thinking.
These results, and yet she couldn't articulate. And she went from basically trying this, results phrase of I help executives make decisions and getting 0 contracts to us changing it, not just changing it, but finding out exactly what concretely the results are by interviewing her past clients and quantifying it. And she went from there to a 60 grand contract within 90 days, and now an extra 120 grand contract with another client. I mean, it's just snowballing because she's a lot of people I find have not purposes, but cross wiring inside with, I know I can do so much, but I'm so frustrated. I don't know what to say. Yeah. And as we got aligned to exactly in real time, not make believe, what results has she produced in the voice of her past clients that she could say with integrity, she then owned that outer game phrase from the inside. And it's now unstoppable.
You know, Heather, I'm feeling as I'm sitting here listening to you that I've had so many times where I know inside of me what I'm doing isn't working. I know there's something not working. I'm posting something, or I'm trying to communicate something. I've branded something. I'm trying to, and I just can't see my way around it because it's mine. I'm too close to it. I got some kind of a block. And yet, if you had the problem, I'd see it in a second. If someone else had the problem, I'd see it in a second, but it's mine, and so I don't see it at all. And I think with a lot of people seeking wise counsel from someone like yourself, who you have that gift, you see it, you can spot it. I think maybe for some of us, pride could get in the way, where, you know, it's not only, like, they could ask a friend, but their friend might not know what you know. Their friends and family, they could get outside of themselves with any counsel. But, you know, I really think it's unwise to take advice from broke people, for example, when it comes to wealth, right? It's just the evidence isn't there. You know, the person who says, I've had 7 successful marriages and I can teach you how to do that. If someone wants to stay married, maybe that's not the best coach. So if someone's not getting the results you desire, they may not be the best person to help you get outside of yourself. Because then all you're getting out of yourself, but then you're only seeing it from that person's uneducated perspective, untrained perspective. So in working with you, it just sounds like I can get past myself, I can see what I haven't seen, I can move forward confidently, knowing I'm going with some wisdom, and I just get back on track, and I can listen to someone who can see what I can't see. And it's not a hit against our pride, it's wisdom to say, I want to be the best me, and I can help others, but I need others to help me to see what I don't see because I'm too close to it. Would you agree with that? That some of the people you help probably could help somebody else, but this is your expertise, this is your profession. You can do it quickly and efficiently, and find the money, like find the results, so that an investment in you of time and money, it's like a printing press. It's like I put in $1, I get back 10. I put in $1, I get back 10. Well, how many dollars can I put into this, and how fast can I do that? It just makes mathematical sense to me as you're looking.
Absolutely. One, welcome, Teresa, and absolutely people, and this is again objectively what people have said the results I produce is, 1, I bring them my A game every second, and 2, every 10 minutes or so, we're getting a win. And so it's the clarity on what is it's stopping them in their inner game, and actually either reframing it at the conscious level, or even more powerful, we use the subconscious ReWired method to really clear it out at the subconscious level. And then take that theme and balance it with their next business, marketing, or sales strategy and or conversation. So it's shifting it on the inner game and then anchoring it in new habits on the outer game. Nice. That's all. That's because Mike and others are making comments here. I wanted to just catch, so if I may humbly and just offer you a bit of guidance, Mike, when you say, and it's understandable, society puts so much hate on being successful and having money. What I've found is it's not so much generic beliefs that stop anyone, but each human being has been hardwired with different unique beliefs. And so it's important, that may be your belief, which we would clear with the subconscious rewired method and then shift you to higher sales and success. That may not be somebody else's belief, because somebody else might be surrounded by friends who love success and money. I'm not saying either way where you are, Mike. I'm just giving an example for listeners and viewers that any blanketed belief is usually not across all humans. 1. 2, we don't want to get into a blame frame like society does this because we give away our power. And 3, the more skilled you work with people to really tune into what is your hard subconscious wiring, 95% of what's driving you right now. What's the unedited scripts? Get at that and clear them, and then twin the new wiring in with your next stage of success. You're writing a lot. I'm not sure if I can capture it all.
It's okay, Heather. I'm here for you. While you're talking, I'm reading, so you're not.
Perfect. So I can tag team with you. James. I love co-hosting.
Yeah, you're not under that much pressure. It's all good. So one of the things that Mike put in, but that I really wanted to highlight, I really appreciate you, Super Mike. Super Mike is one of my close friends, and this is someone who I really like and respect, and he has incredible insights. He sees things that others don't. And one of the things I really appreciate that Mike said to serve and support your work, he was saying, you know, sometimes there's something in my journey, in my life, in my business, in my work that is absolute flippin' gold, but I don't see it. I'm busy. It's not only do I not see my mistakes, I don't see my gold sometimes. I don't see the thing that I'm doing that everyone else knows I'm a genius at something. Everyone else knows I should be selling this. Everyone else knows I should be charging 10 times as much. And so it's not just my faux pas or my blind spots in a negative way, but also those blind spots in a positive way. And I bet you probably help your clients spot the great things that they don't recognize just as much as you can help them spot the blind spots that are hindering them that others otherwise might not see. Is that accurate?
Every session, and I could literally screenshot one client collaborative document after another. Every session starts with wins, and it's concretely custom to them. Each one is unique every single time, and we anchor in the wins to 10x the win side. By no means it's a matter of hunting for what's broken. We got to fix it. Very much, and thank you for the balance, both Mike and James. We highlight the specifics of the wins, we anchor them in, and then we augment them. Just one extra thought on that. You may have heard of one of my favorite contributions to business and to management. It's called positive management. And among others, Mountain Equipment Co-op uses it. And what it looks like for them anyways is in their Monday morning meetings, it isn't what's the problems, you know, that we got to fix and what are our strategies. It's literally the 2 questions they ask are what's working and how do we create more of it?
Yes.
So those are 2 powerful questions. What's working and how do we create more of it is very much a key way that I work. There's no doubt about it.
Well, I just noticed the time, Heather, and I just so you guys who are here live know, we had asked Heather if she would join us at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, which is now an hour and a half ago, and we promised we wanted 1 hour of her time. We maxed out at an hour. And Heather's been very gracious with us. She's gone above and beyond the call of duty, put up with my technological, whatever that is. And she's been patient and kind. And Heather, you're a blessing to me and my community. We're in a mastermind group together. We're working and you're impacting us. And I want to make sure that people have a way of following up, following through, taking action with you. And I know we're now at an hour and a half, and I'm really feeling the pressure. And I know that I had other commitments as well. So Heather, if you don't mind, I don't want anyone to miss out on how to get more, how to connect with you more. You said that you're doing a launch right now. Maybe it might be a fit right away for someone who's watching this live or going to watch it recorded. So how can people connect with you? What's happening right now? If you don't mind, I know we only have a few moments, but please help my listeners, my friends know how to connect with you and what you're up to right now that they might be able to jump in on.
So thank you, Juan. First, it's very simple. Second, we'll put a link under this post so you'll see it. Yep. We'll put it in the chat box here, and we'll also put it in the post.
Beautiful. So
it's going to be easy, and I will give you a visual to say that this week, I open up my calendar twice a year to actually custom guide people for free. So this week, Wednesday and Thursday, noon and 7, there's the phones ringing again, noon and 7 Eastern time, we will be going live in a Zoom room to go through all 5 of the sales doubling strategies, which includes the inner game. And that's the best way I can support.
Did you say free? Because I don't think people in my world are comfortable with that. Did you say that that's free?
It most certainly is. And as I say, I only do it twice a year. This is the last time in 2017.
My clients and friends demand to pay. They want that energetic exchange, but I think they might be willing. They might be willing to overlook that this time. So I'm just warning you.
And I'm actually going to take you up on that by saying, anybody who makes a contribution, let me know what is your favorite charity, and I will send all of it to their charity for sure, 100%. So let me just share with you one quick visual, and then we can tag team back.
And it's Wednesday and Thursday, you said?
Wednesday and Thursday, noon and 7. And you may see all kinds of things on my laptop, but let's just see what comes up.
I want to see what that you're not trying to share. That's the most fun.
Yeah, isn't it? All the tabs and the whatevers. So the link that you're going to get, and we'll just wait for the old script. There we go. Is going to look like this. And I just wanted to walk you through it, that you're going to have 3 sales tools here that you can get. And the key is that you register for Wednesday or Thursday right here. Can you see my cursor moving?
Yep.
Perfect. That's all you need to do.
Oh,
and then we will go live Wednesday and Thursday at 12 and 7. And there I will custom guide you through not only what are 5 of more ways to double your sales, but which one is best for you in your business right now. That's the part I love the most, is custom guiding people through that process. 3 calls in the last webinar.
No, that's perfect. So you're going to provide my friends and my clients, my community, a link so everyone understand. I hope you can put up with this, but she's going to give tons of value for free. I hope you don't mind. If you feel compelled to give, she's going to pass it on to your favorite charity. And she wants to earn the right to see if you're a fit, to see if her style, her philosophy, her expertise fits with where you are right now and what you're doing. And I suspect there's going to be a lot of people who are going to benefit from this. I'm excited about this personally. For me, I plan on learning from Heather a lot. I'm already learning from Heather a lot. So I wanted to make sure that she had a chance to serve you. So I would encourage everyone to take advantage of her free offer and check out these. It's Wednesday, and you've given Eastern time. I have friends from around the world, so Eastern Standard Time, I believe it is. But if they register here, the information will come. They'll have the links, and they can learn, they can grow to get to know you. Whatever makes sense, they can do. Is that right?
Perfect.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, so we're on a. We've got your screen share still up, but for
let me take that off so we can see each other in bigger live format. There we are.
There we are. So thank you, Heather. I really appreciate your grace towards me and to my community, to just not give up on us at 12 noon when I don't know what happened. But you did this. You're committed to making a difference. You're a role model, an example. You're an expert. You've got proven track record. You're making it easy for people to get to know you. You're making it easy for us to already benefit before we figure out if there's a business relationship between us. And I couldn't be more grateful for you taking the time to do this for me and for my community. And I trust that if my community works with you, they're going to be better off, and I can help them with new and better exciting things, because you're going to open up new doors, new pathways. And one of the things I want my community to know is I have no issue with this. It makes sense that some people can get through to us in some ways. So there's some things that maybe you and I have talked about, anyone in my community, that I've been trying to help, and I haven't been able to find the right words. I haven't been able to, help unlock something. And then Heather's just going to say it in a couple of words, and then you're going to have a breakthrough, and then you're going to say, Heather said this, and I'm going to say, I've been saying the same thing for years. And I'm telling you now, it's the result that I care about. And so let Heather take all the credit. Let her change your life. And then I get to be a part of new and better exciting challenges. As you have too much money to deal with, then we'll have to have other conversations. So I'm excited for my community getting to know you, Heather. Thank you.
Thank you, 1. 2, I always send people back to the source better than I found them. And accolade where they came from. And I'm with you in a mastermind. I get your awesomeness, Mr. James. And 2, I have learned I am a mosaic of a half a dozen key mentors in my life. And I think we all are. So we discern and we let go of those who are not, and we say, wow, this person has a nugget of gold that I want that's going to contribute to my world. And it works. It just works.
Beautiful.
Yeah, perfect.
To everyone who's on here, can we post a link here? Is that something we can do now? I don't know how to do that. I know, so everyone else knows me. So you probably know that Heather probably sent it to me 12 times, but I don't know where it is or how to post it. So
and I sent it to Angie too, and yes, and I want to share yours, so I don't have that quite at my, maybe, let me see if I can have it at my fingertips. Actually, just one second.
So everyone, so as we're wrapping, if the link can come here, that's great. If not, what we're going to do is we're going to post this video on Facebook. We're going to make it available. And under that post, we'll make sure that the link is there. And so if anyone, if we can't put it in here, if you don't find it there, you know who I am. Just say, James, get me in touch with Heather, and we'll get it right. So I thank you guys for your patience and your understanding. If Heather can find it in the next 12 seconds, we're good. And otherwise, I'll just have to make sure that you get it by whatever means is best for you. Thank you, by the way, Lisa, for your constant and perpetual support and encouragement for the work that we put out there. We look forward to more and more from you when you release yourself from saying, I'm prepping before launch, I'm prepping before launch, I'm prepping before launch. We look forward to your launch. And so I'm a raving fan of yours. And I think Heather can be a voice that can speak into your journey in a way that I would love to. And I think all these voices are a blessing. So thank you. Thank you, Super Mike, for your engagement, your questions, your participation. The link is there. Heather could do what I could not figure out how to do. The link is there. The game has begun. Connect with Heather. Take advantage of her free gifts and learn and grow. Be blessed. And what comes from that, I'll be ecstatic about. Heather, thank you again for your time. I really appreciate this.
Champions all around. Gratitude, and just transmitting gratitude and appreciation to everyone.
Beautiful. God bless all. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye for now.
Blessings. Cheers.